Marianne, I'm not sure if it's just me, but the picture on the backdrop looks slightly different from how I look today. Don't worry, guys, it's me. It's the same person. Do not be scared. Mariana, you look like yourself, but the picture looks a bit different for me. Hi, everyone. Thank you for making time out of your busy Thursday to join us for this one. I like to think that you know what you registered for, but I'm just going to start from the scratch. My name is Jessica, I'm the head of sales at Native Teams, and I have my colleague Mariana here, who is our tax consultant. And on this webinar, we will be sharing with you who we are at Native Teams first. Then we are going to show you the tips and tricks of how to become a global business or a global freelancer or a global e-commerce owner that can operate globally with a registered entity in the UK as well as a business IBAN. As much as I would like to go straight into it, I'll give you a brief rundown of who we are at Native Teams. We embody the name exactly as it sounds, Native Teams. So we are a global team of people working across 80 plus countries. And what we do is that we enable businesses to hire and manage their talents globally. We believe that talent has no bounds. And we also enable freelancers, remote workers, virtual assistants, whatever, whoever it is that wants to work from anywhere, live from anywhere, offer services from anywhere to receive their payments, and also have full legal employment in whatever country they choose to live in. Like I said, we believe that talent has no bounds, and we are here to make it possible for you. So let's get right into the webinar and the reason we're having this webinar in the first place. Usually when my team speaks with businesses, YouTube and TikTok creators, e-commerce entrepreneurs, small and medium-sized travel agencies, one of the pain points they usually mention is the need to have entities incorporated in first a reputable country because they want to present as a business, not as an individual. They want to be able to explore the global talent base in these countries. They also want to have business transactions as a business, not as an individual in these countries. So on this webinar, myself and Mariana we will be sharing with you how you can conveniently set up a legal entity in the United Kingdom, as well as have a business bank account that is domiciled in the UK, attached to a UK address. You have a UK postal address that you can receive your mails from. Let's get right into it. What is Native Company? I received a couple of that question when I made this post on LinkedIn. So Native Company is simply a UK legal entity incorporated in your business name that enables you to carry out businesses as a business. So whether you're an individual who is, let's assume, a USA company who wants to go into the UK market and you're not sure how to start, we can enable you incorporate your business entity in the UK using our Native Company plan. If you're also an individual who offer freelance services, e-commerce you sell on Shopify, eBay, or maybe you want to train people, let's say an online course on YouTube, you earn money from TikTok, you're not sure how to connect that to Stripe so that you can receive your money. We have created an outstanding product that allows you to own a legal entity fully incorporated. Not just that, we have also built a product that enables you to have a business bank account in the name of your business, fully operational. It doesn't end there. Mariana here is going to share with you how we offer tax optimization processes, tax reporting. We show you what can be classified as a business expense in the United Kingdom as a personal expense. At the end of the fiscal year, of course, we enable you to file all your tax expenses to the UK government and you're all sorted, which means this product offers you, I like to call it a 4-in-1, the business entity, the business IBAN, the tax reporting, and the ability to be a global business person, whether as an individual or as a business. I will quickly share my screen here. Yeah, if you can hear me.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. So when I get the message, how can I maximize my business potential by going global? Most times, these businesses or these questions comes from businesses, but a couple of times we also get individuals and e-commerce owners trying to ask us how they can present themselves as a global entity, not just a freelancer who is, trying to get something into their pocket. The first advice that I always give, which have shown that it can work, is you need to present yourself as a business, not as an individual. I'll give you an example. If you want to purchase something from someone right now, maybe an online course, let's say, and they tell you it's going to cost this amount, and you say, okay, send me your invoice. There's a difference feeling when you get that invoice and it says Mariana Incorporation Ltd. than when it says Mariana Jessica. First, you're going to assume that it's possible that Mariana can wake up tomorrow and disappear with your money because the transaction was made with Mariana. I know you're not going to disappear. Don't worry, it's just a joke. But when you present yourself as a business owner, and every single documentation you're using to have business discussions with people comes in the name of a business, not as a single business owner or an entity. This gives you more leverage. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to give me one moment to share my screen. I don't think Zoom likes me so much today. Okay. I think Zoom has changed its mind. Okay, so when people say, how can I maximize my potential and what exactly is native company and how can I use you? The answer is simple and straightforward. We have built a single and integrated platform that enables you manage everything for your business in one single dashboard. When you look over here, you're going to see your invoices, you're going to see the different IBANs that you're going to have. No, not IBANs, the different wallets that you're going to have. Every single thing here operates as an entity registered in your business name, not in native team's name. So we enable you to establish the legal entities, manage your finances, everything about compliance, everything about tax reporting, and the single, I would call this the bestseller feature, the business IBAN, with which you can integrate into any platform to receive your payment, whether you're a TikTok creator, a YouTube creator. So what are the advantages of using the native company plan powered by native teams? Like I said, you get to save money to establish a UK legal entity, a limited liability company. We save you the time of having to, I'll give an example. If you live in the USA, you don't have to go all the way to UK to try to incorporate an entity. You do not have to find a legal or a tax person to enable you to do this and, charge like a lot of money. What else can you do? You stay compliant. We enable you to manage everything about compliance. Typically, this creating an entity in the UK would require having both an accountant and a lawyer who would manage these things, but we are giving you a product that enables you to have everything in one single platform. And of course, local support, which is typical with us at native teams. What features comes with this? The business wallet and IBAN. When you send out your invoices, when you send out your payment requests, when you're doing your tax filings and reporting and optimization, everything is connected to your business name. Mariana will tell us more about tax reporting and guidance in a minute. We enable global payment solutions for your e-commerce ventures. So if you're someone who sells things on eBay, Shopify, this is exactly the plan that you need to get. Access to financial solutions. Of course, when you are recognized as an entity, you're able to apply for loans or business grants as a business, not as an individual. You're able to share that you're a business with global reach, and so people can connect with you anywhere and work with you anywhere. Mariana, I am going to stop sharing and you can take over from here.
Thank you, Jess. I would like to ask you to share my presentation as well because for some reason it's not possible for me to share it. I prepared a less interesting presentation than Jess, but I believe I gathered important information in order to not to mix up what is native company as plan we offer it. So I will start from the scratch. I would like to explain what native company, aka legal entity, actually is. So this is limited company. We are registering limited companies on behalf of our users. Those companies can be limited by shares and also limited by guarantees. Most, well, 100% of the companies we register for our users are limited by shares because they're going to be profitable. On contrary, limited by guarantee companies are non-profit companies, and to be honest, we do not operate in that way. Um, and I prepared a legal definition from the UK's Company Act here, as you can see. A company is a limited company if the liability of its members is limited by its constitution. And of course, it can be limited by shares or limited by guarantee. Also, I gathered few key characteristics of legal entities in the UK. First things first, we have legal incorporation. The incorporation itself, now in 21st century, it can be done online, which is advantage. Having in mind how we live in 21st century, it takes about maximum, from my experience, it takes about 30 minutes to send and to apply for this company setup. Of course, as I mentioned, everything is done online with the Companies House web portal. Companies House is the official business register in the UK, and from my experience, it's really convenient and intuitive. Practice, so it's quite good for both for us native team staff and also for our users. Second thing, just like I previously mentioned, I think separate legal identity, which means that the company has its own separated legal identity from its owner, from our users, which means that the company can enter into contracts in its own name. It's solely responsible for its tax and other legal obligations, and so on. And of course, subsequently, third point here is responsibility and protection. So the company assumes accountability for its actions, debts, and financial obligations. This is all divided from the personality of the owner of the company. Okay, let's move on. Now, just a slide. Yes, thank you, Jess. I prepared a slide explaining the most important taxes from the perspective of our users. So, corporation tax, since the company we're registering is going to be limited by shares, which means the company is going to be profitable. Corporation tax, therefore, is the most important tax. So we have prepared three tax brackets here. Of course, first one is 25% of corporation tax in the UK, which is actually the general tax rate. And it is applicable on the profits that are above 250,000 of British pounds. Second one is lowered tax rate, which is designated for small and medium enterprises, but it is applicable for the profits that are below 50,000 of GBPs, and usually always the first 50K are always taxed at the 19% corporation tax rate, and pardon. Of course, if the company has profits between 50 and 250 GBPs, then a sliding scale of tax rates will apply. So corporation tax in the UK is payable on taxable profits as it follows. So as you can see on this slide, money made from doing business, investments, and also chargeable gains. But UK legal entities pay the corporation tax on all profits, no matter if the profit is earned in the territory of the UK or globally. And of course, I prepared information about value added tax. Here I have to point out that 100% of our users who are using native company plan are out of the VAT system. One of the reason, of course, is that the VAT threshold for obligatory registration within this system is really high. So in April last year, increased from 85 to 90k, 90,000 of British pounds of taxable turnover in the previous month. It is really high in comparison to other thresholds, VAT thresholds in other countries. So important it is to mention that our users are out of the system, out of the VAT system, but yes, the threshold this year currently is still the same as it was in 2024. Okay. On this slide, we have explanation and presentation of some of the business expenses, which are actually tax deductible expenses, meaning that on the tax deductible expenses, users, their companies actually do not have to pay corporation tax on. So as you can see, it's a tax write-off. Um, the important thing here to mention is that um, you are entitled to tax deductible expenses if these are used strictly for conducting your business. So if they're connected with your registered business activity. So as you can see here, if you work in front of computer a lot, you are entitled to health checkups and eye test expenses. Buying new glasses can be treated as a business deductible expense. Also, business insurance, advertising, marketing, and PR activities. If you have need to travel throughout the UK, or you need to travel wherever in the world, you're entitled to travel expenses, of course, accommodation expenses, bank fees, also use of home as office in 21st century after the COVID. Professional development, of course, if you need some education in order to conduct your business better, this can be also treated as a business deductible expense. Startup costs, professional subscriptions, entertainment expenses, phone bills, annual staff party, etc. Um, yes, thank you, Jess. Last two slides I prepared are, well, I can say a sum up of everything we said previously. So, from my perspective, I would like to point out the most important benefits of having native company um, as a plan. So, first of all, really fast and simple incorporation. It is done online. It is done with assistance of native team staff, our colleague Christina, and it's done in really short period of time. It can be done in maximum 20 minutes to 30 minutes. The important thing, of course, to mention is that legally you will receive incorporation certificate in from 2 to 5 working days, but from our experience it takes even less that your company is officially registered. So from my experience it takes about 24 to 48 hours after we send the application. You Once your company is officially registered, you are going to receive a certificate of incorporation, which will include the company number. Of course, it is very important to have this number. It is used as for identity purposes for your company. Second point says business friendly atmosphere in the UK. Just like Jess mentioned, a lot of our users wanted to enter Western markets or tried to enter global markets, and UK location actually is quite good for it's a quite good fit, let's say like that. UK based company will have excellent reputation from the perspective of your customers, also from the perspective of banks, from the perspective of governments, etc. There are no requirements in reference to resident or work visas. Employment status, you as a director don't have to have work agreement, employment agreement, pardon, in order to have and operate the company in the UK. And of course, third point here is divided legal personality of the native company. We spoke about it. So the importance, it is very important to have a separate a separation of identities between legal entity and its owner. So the company is solely responsible for its legal, tax, and other obligations it has in front of their marketers, in front of their clients, etc. Of course, all inclusive support. I strongly believe in this point. Native team staff is at your disposal, not only in the process of registering the company and um, um, taking all of the necessary steps for the company to be compliant with the UK laws, but also if you need support in various things that can be done on our platform, we're here to help you out. Additionally, tax team as well as the accounting team take care of your transactions. We prepare monthly bookkeeping reports. We're here to answer all of the compliance, let's say, based questions. So yes, you also have our support when needed. And last slide from my end today. Um, a lot of countries, when registering the company in different countries, users are experiencing a lot of paperwork and bureaucracy. We native teams um, tend to make it easier for you. So each document issued by the company's house or UK tax administration, we take it, we receive it, scan it, and share it with you on our platform. So basically, everything that is important, we inform you about throughout our platform or throughout the email. Tax optimization, I believe this is important for the majority of users. Tax optimization, of course, means that we take care um, of the tax brackets, just like you saw. So we also inform you about when you're near reaching the threshold for obligatory VAT registration. Also, some of the users were also interested in using other native teams, other plans that native teams offer, like EOR plans. Um, every every subscription you pay to native teams can be treated as business expense in the native company plan for your legal entity. Also, we have different wallets. This is important to say that on our platform you have business wallet as well as your personal wallet. So tax optimization goes that way. You can transfer some sum of money to your personal wallet. Also, you can receive Native Teams card if you, of course, request it. With this card, you can use the money from your personal wallet. You can also pay for various subscriptions for to your marketers or your clients. You can receive money on this, and you can withdraw money from anywhere you're at. So it is quite convenient, and time and money saved. The I believe this is one of the most important points, since we take over a lot of processes and a lot of steps. um, you are allowed to focus on whatever is important in your life, and when entering a new market, you know that for the first month you are going to experience a lot of increased costs. So instead of paying, let's say, tax consultants in consulting firms, law firms, and other different professionals, you can experience like one stop shop at Native Teams for a fixed price. So yes, this is important from my perspective. uh, Jess, thank you so much for being that kind and focusing on my sentences and following what
Mariana,
Mariana, that
that
was
was
that was
quite a
quite.
presentation. Now, yes,
Yes,
I feel we've said a lot, a lot, and I hope that with the 32 minutes we've spent, that we've come a pretty much good way in giving you practical solutions and professional guidance on how you can grow your business, whether you're a multinational corporation looking to maybe streamline operations, or you're a freelancer seeking financial flexibility, or maybe you're a startup founder hoping to expand your company, open up more to receiving investments from across the world. We're here to help you. Mariana, Mia tells me that we've been getting a couple questions from the social media we're advertising in. Guys, we're going to take the question and answer session very soon. So if you have questions, please do well to drop them in the chat box, and we are going to pick them. Perhaps we'll start from the people coming from LinkedIn, because I see we have some there. But before we delve into that, I had someone ask me what the step-by-step process looks like to be able to get the native company plan using native teams, i.e., if I want to use native teams, native company plan right now, how can I go about this? It's a pretty simple and straightforward process, in the sense that you have a conversation with our sales experts. They walk you through what is expected of you, what is the process, and it is pretty much outlined such that you're informed fully how much it costs to pay for the subscription fee. You're also fully informed how much it costs for the incorporation fee, and also the one-time fee that it's going to cost you to be able to receive the business IBAN that is proudly powered, such that you'll be able to integrate this and get your workflow fully working, whether as a corporation or as an individual. I think that Zoom does not like me so much, but I hope Zoom is okay. Okay, it's allowing me to share now. Okay, so what is the step by step if you want to get native company plan right now? Step one is to go to our website, nativeteams.com. Go to the plan, the pricing, select the native company plan. We have a tier-based pricing such that you can buy the native company plan depending on how much income you're hoping to receive every month. So if you're hoping to make business transactions between 0 and 1,000, 1,500 GBP in a month, maybe you're starting, you're not sure how it's going to look like yet, then you would be on tier one, which is 75 euros, and then tier two, 150 euros, step by step. Then When you have purchased this plan, the next step is to log into your dashboard and click on Set up Legal Entity button by the Native Company section. So once you log into your dashboard after you have bought the plan, you're going to see the Native Company section. And once you get there, click on Set up Legal Entity button. The first thing the system is going to prompt you to do is fill in the required information, right? So what are the entity details? What is the potential name, business name you want your entity to be named? Fill in the details of the directors. You can have more than one shareholder. You can have 2, 3 shareholders according to how you've decided to be shareholders with your partners. And also, the next step would be to book a consulting call with our team. You're very lucky you're going to meet Mariana. Sometimes you're going to meet Christina. The next step is having the incorporation call where with the €100 that you've topped up on your wallet, we are going to use to incorporate your entity for you. And like Mariana have shared, this is done in pretty much 20 to 30 minutes. And within few days, you can look between 24 to 72 hours, you will get a confirmation from UK Gov that your entity is now active and you can start using your entity as a business owner or as an individual. So once you provide all of the information, our team will contact you for your company registration and explanation of the taxes and reporting process. So pretty much simple and straightforward. You buy the plan, you let us know what you want to name your business entity. We usually advise to have about 2 or 3 names just in case someone already has the business name you want to register, right? You may have to make a couple tweaks. We get your entity incorporated. In few weeks, you have your IBAN directly. Your business is set up. When you log into your native team dashboard, you're going to able to be switch from your business dashboard or your personal dashboard. That way, you can keep your finances separately. The money coming in for the business can go to the business wallet, and the money coming into you personally will go to your personal wallet. Mariana, what do you think we go to the question and answer session? I saw a couple interesting ones from there.
Yes, yes, of course. I'm in.
Okay. So, uh, I'm not seeing anyone here yet. So perhaps we can start with the ones we have from social media.
Of course.
Okay. So I have here. Okay, Mariana, this looks like you. What certain procedures must be followed in order to create a UK legal entity? Mariana, I'm not sure the person. Okay, I think this person asked this question before I said the last thing I did. So, okay. We have a question here. So let's take the question here before we go back to the ones on social media. This is coming from Alex. Alex, hi, thank you for joining us. What currencies are available for the IBAN? Euro, USD, CHF, GBP. Mariana, do you this one?
Yes, I will take over this one since I opened a lot of IBANs. But when we apply for IBANs, we can opt for different currencies. So um, from the tax perspective, it is important that each currency is transferred to GBPs because in GBPs we do have to pay tax, but a company can have different IBANs. So it can have IBAN in USD, in GBPs, in whichever currency it is convenient for the business needs of the company. So yes, one company can have multiple IBANs.
Thank you
Thank you.
very much, Mariana. Let's go to, okay, if you are the person who asked what certain procedures must be followed in order to create a UK legal entity using native teams, I just answered that some minutes ago, but I'm just going to say this. Simple steps. Go to our website, nativeteams.com, purchase the native company plan, tier 1, tier 2, whatever it is falls into your expected income category for your business. Go to your dashboard, click on set up entity registration. You are going to have the ability to top up your wallet with the €100 incorporation fee, book a call with our entity incorporation experts. You are going to work with us while we create your entity in 20 to 30 minutes and also commence the process of registering for your business IBAN. So give or take within, Mariana, correct me if I'm wrong. If you commence the process today, there's a very high probability that by the end of next week, you have your entity set up and perhaps your business IBAN ready.
Well, in terms of registering the company, there's a possibility that you will have your company even tomorrow officially registered. But if you want to go fully, like if you want to get your IBAN as well, then Tuesday next week may be the best date. Yeah, yeah, very
Awesome.
fast.
Awesome. All right. We don't have any question here yet, so we're going to take the next one. What effect does a UK legal entity have on small enterprises and freelancers' tax savings? Depending on I'm going to take this one. Depending on the country where you are in, sometimes you look at the tax that you pay and you wish you were the government who gets to pick the tax. What the UK government has done is to give you the ability to be a business, operate as a business, and pay less taxes than most countries, to be honest. The first tax base is 19%, and that's if you have, and that's expecting that in 1 year you're going to have a profit, not revenue, that is between 0 to 50,000 GBP. Guys, let's be honest. It's 50,000 GBP, it's probably not 50,000 NGN. That's like a huge amount of money for you to have as profit in a year, not income. So let's say that if you get the native company plan with us, you pay just 19% of your annual profits, which is quite considerable considering other countries when you compare how much tax business owners pay. In addition to that, I said this at the beginning, you stand to be recognized as a registered entity, not just as an individual. So when you interact with Mariana here, she's probably Mariana, but if you need consulting services, she becomes Mariana Integrated LLC, and she's going to issue you invoices as Mariana Integrated LLC, such that if Mariana does not provide you consulting services, you can go to the UK government and sue Mariana Integrated Services. It's not Mariana you're suing, it's the entity that you, Mariana, sorry, I had to use your name again. But yes, those and more. And one last thing I want to mention is the ability to integrate the business IBAN we are giving you into whatever platform you earn from, TikTok, YouTube, Shopify, whatever, eBay, whatever it is, because now we have a lot of content creation. And the more views, the likes, comments you get, the more money you're able to earn. So with your business IBAN, you're simply going to impute your IBAN on all of these platforms and your money will be paid to you. Okay. Mariana, do we have another question here? Not yet.
Actually, we do have, I see a few of them. Next question is what regulatory issues do multinational corporations encounter and how are they resolved by native teams? It's a good question, I must admit, because when it comes to regulatory requirements, native teams can help out simply by having knowledge for the UK market. So we are aware of all of the steps that must be taken into account in order for your company to be set up compliantly and also to continue working compliantly. So, for example, if you opt for having your own company in the UK, you definitely have to your company actually, pardon me, your company has to have IBAN or it has to have its own separate bank account. It has to own bank account in order for business to be compliant with the law. So we can help you in not only in acquiring of a business bank account, but also in registering your company for all necessary procedures, like we can activate your company for corporation tax. We do take care of the deadlines when it comes to filing of confirmation statement, annual accounts, tax reports, etc. So definitely having knowledge for UK taxes, UK business, it's important prerequisite, and I would say game changer for those who opt for native company plan.
Amazing.
Amazing.
That was
That was
very
very
good. Okay, we have one more. You sound like the opening of the bank account is guaranteed. What about KYC? What chances bank will deny the application and what to do with the company then? Mariana, do you
Mariana,
want?
do you want? Yes, yes, I can take over. So, our current approach is we go with fintech companies because majority of our users are not residents in the UK, and in order to go with old school approach to get let's say a bank account is to be a resident. Having in mind that a lot of our users are not residents, the best option is going with fintech companies, which is beneficial because, from the perspective of state bodies, this kind of bank account will be accepted from the perspective of HMRC, UK tax administration, and other respective bodies. The KYC, well, the KYC procedure is done in the first place. So when you buy the native company plan, one of the first things you're going to do is to um, trigger KYC procedure where we're going to check if everything is okay with the profile of you as our user. And in case of denying the bank, the application to bank account, um, we are here to support you with requesting another. So we do have experience if this kind of hurdle happens. We're here to help you out, and we will definitely we won't stop. So we're presenting everything that we can provide. So the one thing that is natural to me and Christina is that we don't stop. Definitely, we find the best solution.
100%. We do not stop. Guys, this is 4:48 p.m. CT. We are trying as much as possible not to exceed the time. Alex, you're welcome. Feel free to ask more questions and feel free to send us a DM on any of our social media platforms after this webinar, and we'll have one of our sales experts get in touch with you. Mariana, we have one more question from Facebook. I'm not sure if we want to take that or we can. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to take just this last one. Does establishing a UK corporation provide e-commerce companies any advantage? I assume the person who asked this question is probably not here when I shared, but in addition to the global expansion and global presence that this gives you, depending on the country where you are in, you also have the ability to enjoy the double taxation treaties of UK with multiple countries, right? Which means you're able to enjoy double taxation treaties for dividends when you use the native company legal entity that is incorporated in the UK. I know this is quite technical and it might take a bit of time to explain, but that's why we are here. If you want to learn more about how you can enjoy double taxation treaties such that you do not pay tax in your country and also pay taxes in the UK, which means double taxation, The native company plan allows you to enjoy the double taxation treaties. So have an entity in the UK, maybe you're Croatian, you're going to pay one tax to one government instead of double taxes to two different governments in two different countries. How? That's why you're here. Nativeteams.com. Book a demo with us. We are going to send a sales expert to you who is going to explain all of this to you. Mariana, I'm not sure if you have any last words, but I'm trying as much as possible not to exceed the time that we have told people will keep them here.
I believe that we covered everything that is important, at least for the first session. I hope that we're going to organize another webinar where we're going to um, you know, take over of another topic that is important from the perspective of anybody who's interested in the native company plan, and from the perspective of people who are interested in expanding their businesses into UK and subsequently globally. But for today's webinar, I believe that we covered the most important topics that can be a game changer when deciding how and when to move with your business.
Totally agree with you there, Mariana. Guys, thank you very much for making the time out of your very busy schedule and joining us on a Thursday evening. We really appreciate that. We hope that these few minutes we've spent with you, we've shown you how creating a UK entity can provide you strategic advantage in addition to being a wise financial decision as well, right? So you get to have more control over your earning, lower your taxes, enable you work from any location, enjoy double taxation treaties. We would like to help you explore how this can grow your business, both as a corporation or as an individual. Go to nativeteams.com, book a demo, and we will see you on the other side. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye bye.